Hello my fellow crafters and welcome back to Inspiration for Cards. My name is David and today I'm going to be making a card for you. And I was in the mood to do something cute. Yeah, I know. For a while I said I'd never do cute and then I discovered the cute things. Sorry, I have to do something to... There we go, that's better. Then I discovered the cute little critters from Elizabeth Craft Designs. And this is the bear that I'm going to be working with today. So... as usual, all the products will be linked below in the description box and you can find everything that I'm using there. So without any further ado, let's dive in and make a fun little, quite quick card. So here we go. What I'm using today is I'm going to use this bear die with the honey pot. Love him. He's so cute. And what is really fun is that Elizabeth Craft Designs has a matching sentiment stamp set with it. And I'm going to be using Sending You a Bear Hug. That's the sentiment I'm going to be using. And to be honest, I've already prepared that one because, well, sometimes you want to do a quicker video and this is one of these days. So I've already prepared that one. I've used the fitted fishtail sentiment strips, this one. Stamped it out in black, VersaFine, heat embossed it. So it's got a nice shine to it. And then I've used some color to make it matchy-matchy with the rest that I'm going to do, which you will see in a minute. So that one is already done. Then I've cut out my card bases. This is cut out of the soft finish cardstock from Elizabeth Craft Designs. And it really has a soft finish. I don't know if you can see it, but it's velvety soft. If you don't know it, it's beautiful paper. It doesn't take water very well, so for watercoloring, etc., it doesn't work. But for coloring, it's stunning. I really love it. It takes the ink in a way, you will see it. So I've cut these two out using my Master Layouts 2 set. Master Layouts 1. So the 2 has a stitched edge, but for this one I wanted the straight edge. And I've got a card base ready. So that's that. Put that to the side. Then I'm going to be playing with something new. Well, depending on when I post this video, it's not that new or it's still very new because I don't know, I'm working ahead a bit. So by the time I'm filming this is still top secret. Nobody has seen this. But yeah, I want to show you, these are planner stencils, and these are stunning. I love them. But I want to show you can use them for more than just in your planner. Now, these are for the big A5 planner. And they cover a full page, which is lovely. Of course, you can use them in a Sidekick planner. You can use them in an art journal. You can use them on anything. And today I'm going to be using them on a card. So I've already die cut out all of the loose pieces from the bear. And I'm going to show you how I colored them. I've already colored most of it because you don't want to... I assume you don't want to watch me color for 30 minutes. So... I'm going to start making my background first. And I gotta move quick because I want to color it with ink. And then I'm going to heat emboss this. So what I've got is the honeycomb stencil. I've got my blending brush and I've got wild honey. Because, well, why not? It's honey. So I'm going to ink that up. Then I've got my the same color, wild honey, in the distress embossing powder. So I'm going to use that. So I've got that already. So when I'm done with stenciling, I'm quickly going to move to that and cover it because the distress ink doesn't stay wet long anyway, but especially on this soft finish cardstock, it absorbs really quickly, which is very nice because that gives it a really nice velvety look and feel. But yeah, in this case, I want some embossing powder on there. So inked up my brush. And I'm going to start in the middle slowly, without much pressure. I'm going to create my background, which is going to be very simple. It's going to be a quick and easy background. I don't want it to be neat. I don't want it to be fully covered. I want the edges to be softer. So this is what I'm going to do, very simple, very quick. Just holding the stencil in place with my fingers. And this mat helps as well because it sort of grips onto that. So that's nice. Okay, so that's that. That's all I'm going to do. Very simple and very pretty. I'm going to take my embossing powder and cover it up. Just as easy. There we go. So now I can relax because this part is done. The powder is on there. Okay, so I've got my my Sizzix embossing gun here. It's a heat tool that will melt the embossing powder. Embossing powder, in case you don't know, is sort of turns into a plastic. So that's why we melt it. I will do that off camera because you don't want to hear the noise. This is all nice embossed, so I will put this to the side and I will continue with my bear. You see, I've used what was left on my brush to color this in. There's just one thing that I want to do, and that is quickly grunge up the edge a bit. I'm using vintage photo for that. And you will see in a minute why. Just very lightly I'm going to grunge up the edge of this because, well, I like that. Sometimes on a card I like a clean edge, but in this case I just like that to have a bit of a vintagey, grungy look to go with the bear. And then what I want to do is I want to take my brush, take what's left on that, and very lightly make that white just a bit less stark white. There we go. Pretty, right? Like it. So now you see the sentiment goes on there beautifully. Okay, now it's time to move on to the bear. Now, as I said, I've already prepared some things, so I've got his head finished. But you see that soft finish cardstock, it gives it really a fur-like, furry look. And I've colored this using my vintage photo. And I've already assembled the bees as well. What I did with the bees, let me get them. I colored these with Wink of Stella. It's this one for the yellow. It's a brush and it has a nice shine to it. And the wings, I've also put on some Wink of Stella sparkle. I'm not sure if the camera picks it up. Let me get it closer. See, they're so cute, these little bees. So these will be on there. These are all done. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to color his belly. I'm going to color the honey pot. And I'm going to color the honey that's going to go on the honey pot. All the rest is already colored. So for the honey pot, I'm going to use gathered twigs. I want that to be slightly darker than the bear because otherwise it will all be the same color. We don't want that. So again, I'm using my normal distress inks. And I'm going to start at the outside and move slowly towards the inside. Like so. I'm not going to be bothered about this too much, but I want these edges to be darker. But this part here is going to be covered up by the honey pot, by the honey. I'm going to leave this center a bit lighter, because that gives it an illusion of being round. I'm going to darken up the edge just a touch more. And that's it. So easy it is to color these bits. And especially, again, I keep repeating myself, but the soft finish cardstock, the way it takes the ink, I love that. Now this is going to be the belly of the bear, so I'm going to take my vintage photo, because I've used vintage photo to color all of the bear, except for his snout and the ears. I've used tea dye for that. That's this one. And again, I'm going to start on the outside with the vintage photo, darken up the edge, and keep it lighter on the inside. Now, in this case, the inside is not important at all, because that's going to be covered by the honey pot. But I still want to have it colored, because you never know what happens, or I might change my mind with how I put this bear together, because there's several ways. As you can see on the picture already, you can have it standing up, you can have it sitting down. I'm not sure whether he's going to be sitting down or standing up. I think he's going to be sitting down, because I think he's very cute. Okay, that's that. And then last but not least, I'm going to take my finger daubers and I'm going to find a yellow. Do I have a yellow? Orangey? This one will do. Just going to take a piece of paper, because I don't know what color I've used on there last. I just have a big box of these finger daubers that I have dedicated one per color. But yeah, sometimes you switch colors and you don't know exactly what you used last. So that's going to be wild honey for the honey. I just want this to have color all over. Nice and saturated. Okay, that's that. So this can go. Now it's time to assemble the bear. And it's really simple to assemble these. So I'm just gonna get my glue. And first I'm gonna put the honey into the honey pot. Let's start with that. So I will just put tiny dots of glue behind there. And just put that on like so. Simple. There we go. We have a nice honey pot. Then I've got his arms and his legs. Now I need to decide, do I want to put him standing up? No, I want him sitting down. I want him sitting down. So that means his legs are going to go behind here. Simple and easy. Just put a dot of glue there. And attach the legs to the body. Simple, right? Okay. Next, I'm going to put his face on that body. It's hard to talk at times. I want him to have his head tilted a bit, just a bit cheeky. I've drawn on a cheeky smile on him. Then this goes here. So again, just put some glue on. It's so simple to assemble these. There we go. Just want some of his belly showing here and there. He's cute. And then these are the arms, and they're just going to go right here. And then he's holding the honey pot. I just think he is so cute. And there is my bear. All done. So he's going to go on there. Then I've got the bee bees that will go around him. And I've got my sentiment ready to put on there. So it's time to assemble already. Nice and easy. And then I will start by putting this up slightly. I think I want this to have this bit dimension. So I'm going to take this tape, put it behind there. Peel off the backing. And put that on there. Just like so. Then what I'll do, I'll get my trimmer. Also called scissors. And I'll just trim it off along the edge. And then I will take my vintage photo and also grunge up this edge so it matches the rest of the paper there. Yeah, perfect. So that one is on there. Now before I go on, I want to put this matte layer together because that makes it easier to put on the bear, etc. And then I don't have to fuss around with that. Now I'm using glue for this because the panel is warped a bit from the heat embossing. And it also gives me a bit of wiggle time, which is always good. I love this little black border because that brings back the black from here. Okay, now it's time to put the bear on. And I also want the bear to, do I? I think I want to put some foam tape behind him as well. So I've got the foam tape behind him. Did I just say foam tape? I mean foam tape. And so that will give him some dimension on the paper. And before I put it down, I will put some glue on because I want to have some wiggle time. I don't want it to be stuck too quickly. So I want this little bear to be sitting like so. Yes, right there. Then I commit and it's on there. So this little bee is going to be right there. And I'm just going to put some glue behind his body and then I will lift up the wings slightly. Again, that gives it some nice dimension. And then I will do the same to this one. There we go. And then all that's left is to put this panel right onto my yellow card base. And we're already done. Now again, do I want some dimension? I think this has enough dimension as it is. So I'm just gonna take some of my tape and put it on. And again, I'm putting quite a lot of adhesive behind this because I want this to be on there firmly because it's been warping a bit, the paper. So this just gives it, let's hope I get it right. So now I'm going to do something on the inside because, oh, why not? So I'm going to take this stencil again. I'm going to line that up with the edge here. Take some ink. Start here in the corner, working my way up. Yeah, that's nice. And do the same from this side. start here in the corner and work my way down. Just giving it some dimension again, and it brings back the structure. And then what I'm going to do is I'm done sending you a bear hug, and I'm just going to stamp hugs and kisses right in the middle. Find the center and press. There, that's fun. That's fun. Just finish yourself a card. I think if you do the inside as well. I don't always do it, but in this case, yeah, it was just a quick and easy card. So, and this is already the finished card result. Look at him. Isn't he cute? Sending you a bear hug with a nice sentiment on the inside as well. Yeah, I love how this little bear came together. The background is nice and shiny. The honeybees are nice and shiny, and the bear is looking at you cheeky. So this was it already. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so yet, please consider to subscribe to my channel. That would really make my day. So thank you for watching this one, and I love to see you for the next one. Thank you very much. Bye.